This is how to actually push through obstacles, not letting obstacles holding you back. We're talking about an energetic component of penetration. And this is for the men, okay? Women you can watch, but this is for the men. So let's dive in. And who am I? Why do I have authority about this? Well, I teach a program talking about this stuff. We've helped over 100 people called Edenic Fitness. And I've gone through the tribulations, guys. This is some raw stuff. This is straight up raw wisdom that I don't get online. I got through actually trials and tribulations, what I can get to later. But just know that this is something that absolutely will change everything for you if you stick to the video. So no more videos. Just sit back, relax, and we're diving deep into the energetics of penetration. Now, what does that mean, right? Energetics of penetration. If you are a man, you're literally, so physically, you penetrate, right? But what happens is on an energetic component, you quit before it's even started. You get obstacles on your path, right? So whatever you're doing, right? Let's say you're doing business, or you're in a relationship, or you're just in life and you have obstacles. Guys, those are good. Those obstacles are good, I promise you. Why? Because when you ask God for strength, He gives you tribulations. That's how this works, man. You don't ask God for strength and then boom, He gives you strength. He gives you challenges. But what happens to a lot of people, maybe this is you, man, is you see that challenge. Maybe you get discouraged and you start scrolling on your phone. And maybe that's what you were doing when you saw this video. And if that's the case, so be it, man. I'm glad you're here. Hit subscribe and make sure you stay for the rest. Because this is the stuff that comes from my heart because I want to help. I really want to serve you guys here, man. Because I wish I had this in the beginning. So let's dive into this. Let's break it down. Number one is the obstacle is the way. That's the Stoic path. But when you enter the place inside your heart, and this only happens, guys, when you're healthy. When you're healthy. When you're sleeping well, when you're eating well, God's food, when you're working out hard 3 or 4 times a week, heavy strength training, when you're actually being a person, you're speaking to people every day, you're hanging out with men and women platonically, going out, just having a good time, being you and working on your business. When you're actually healthy, then you have the ability to really look at your entire life and make a decision. And you're watching this right now, you have an opportunity. It doesn't matter what age you are. You could be 13. If you're 13, maybe this is too much for you, man. Hopefully you're 18 and above. Doesn't really matter though. But 18, 25, 30, 35, age doesn't matter, does not bring wisdom. Age is just the amount of time you've been on the earth. Don't judge yourself. When you enter that place and you're healthy and your testosterone's optimized, then you make a decision, say, hey, I want to achieve X. I want to achieve X goal by this time. Then make it happen. And every single obstacle that enters your path, what did the Spartans do? The story of the Spartans, man. The 300 Spartans, bro. When they went out and they knew they were going to pass away, but they were giving their lives up to something greater. That's divine masculine. That's the most beautiful thing in the world. Jesus Christ offering himself up for the world. You know, you have these masculine men throughout history, and you could be one of them. But what do these people do? You have to give everything. Give everything to your woman. Give everything to your purpose. Give everything to your life. Everything. And it's like that energy from your heart of just overflowing. Every little thing you give everything to. You're having a conversation with somebody. Give him or her all of you. You're making love. Give all of you. Not just a physical component. Not just a physical component, but the emotional and the spiritual component involved as well. That's what's missing because we grew up watching Korn. That's another video. It's disembodied and it's flesh-based. Taking a step back. When there's a will, there's a way. So you make a decision. And what happens, I'm saying, this is my point, is you start to smile when those obstacles show up. When you get that bad day, when you're optimized as a man, you smile. Yeah, you laugh. You say, all right, God. Thank you. I get to be a better man. I get to show up as a better man today. What does the average man in America, or the average man, do who is not optimized when that happens? He gets emotional. I've been there. I know you've been there. Listen, that's part of the process, but I'm telling you, when you go through that emotion stuff, the way that I am now is because I went through that and I realized that wasn't the way. Because people around me were like, bro, I don't trust you. And I'm like, I don't trust myself. But that led to me becoming the man that I am now, and still becoming. Nothing's perfect, but still becoming, still striving to be better every single day. The more that you can, listen, this is not PC. This is not PC stuff. Bear with me. A lot of you might get triggered. That's fine. I don't care. I don't give a shit, man. I really don't. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help, maybe not you, but I'm trying to help the ones watching who truly feel me and want to change. This video will change your life. And so basically what I'm saying is your feelings don't matter as a man. Now, whoa, shit. Your feelings don't matter. What the hell? Let me explain. As a human being, your feelings matter, of course. Like, talk to people. Go to a therapist and express yourself if you need to express your feelings. Don't hold it in. That creates a lot of people canceling themselves. Do not do that. I've had friends, I've had family do that. Don't do that. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is, in relation to your success, your feelings don't matter. Why? Because success, something's on the mind. Success doesn't care if it's cold in the morning. Success doesn't care if you don't feel well that day. Success doesn't care if you're tired. Success doesn't care if you're sad one day. What does success care about? Success cares about one thing, and that is that you showed up that day, bro. There is such an honor. There is such a glory of you showing up tomorrow or today. Maybe you're watching this in the morning and you're like, hey, Spence, I'm not feeling great. But you show up and you do everything you need to do. Dude, I love you. I respect you. And there's going to be people who just quit and don't show up. I used to be that person. And guess what happened? Not only were things around me soft, but I didn't love myself, man. You loving yourself. You want to love yourself more? I'll show you how to do it. Be in integrity. Keep your word every single day. That's the highest form of love. Why? Because when you say you're going to do something and then you do it, I know it sounds like a small thing, but it's beautiful. And everything comes from that. Now, what happens? We're talking about an energetic component of penetration of goals and you getting to where you want to be. Let's talk about the mind and the heart. What happens when you give your word to something and then you don't follow through? Not only do people around you start to not trust you, which is a whole other thing, but you don't trust yourself. Okay, we can agree on that, right? So if you don't trust yourself, what does that mean? How can you not trust yourself? That's kind of meta. Hashtag Mark Zuckerberg, right? Zuck. So what does that mean? If you don't trust yourself, there has to be two forms. So that's not the truth. It's not that you don't trust yourself. It's that your mind doesn't trust your heart. Your mind doesn't trust your heart. And so what happens is the mind starts to overthink more because it doesn't trust you. And that's why you start overthinking more. That's why you start to get anxious. And that's why you start to get some bad mental health issues, guys. And this is coming from somebody who suffered so much, dude. Like, I'll have another video if you really want to know. But dude, I suffered so much for more than years, a full decade. From 18 to 28. 29. I had a really tough time. I'm 30 now. Like just getting out of that darkness, out of that tunnel. But for a long time, a lot of suffering, man. And I say that because I wasn't keeping my word. There were so many instances where I wasn't the man that I needed to be. And I felt scared in the world because I felt scared in my world. You understand? So you might be scared in the world because you are scared because you don't feel comfortable in your own body. Now, if you don't feel comfortable in your own body, in your own skin, in your own energy, because at the end of the day, that's what all this is. And that's what this video is about when it comes to you penetrating your obstacles and getting to your goals. It's all energy. Yes, you are a body. You have a body. Yes, you have a mind. But on the deepest quantum level, even science proves this, you are simply energy, specifically vibration, sound. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was good. It was God's. And God said, "Let there be light." And it was good. It's all sound. Your sound. That's why chanting is a very ancient practice, very lost practice. A lot of people don't do that anymore. Humming and chanting, breath work. Oh. A lot of people don't do that anymore. They're stuck in their heads. If you ever feel stuck in your head, I can do another video. A great person to check out is Elliot Hulses. He's awesome. I'll put him below. But he has something called bioenergetics where you get into your body. It's kind of a tangent, but you need to get out of the head and into the body. And that's another video. But you were all vibration. Let's get back to brass tacks here, guys. It's all good stuff. The vibration aspect. So when you don't trust yourself and you're not keeping your word, you start to feel an incongruence with yourself and then an incongruence with life. Now, the mind and the heart. Let's solidify this message and move on. The mind and the heart is separate. What happens when you don't keep your word is your mind starts overthinking, getting into mental health issues. So if you want to start to get into embodiment, keep your word. Write this down. So important. I give this to my clients, but I want to give this to you now. So write this down. Slow down the video and no, I'm kidding. Create 5 standards, guys. So write that down or write it on your phone. 5 standards that you live by every single day. Now the standards could be, I wake up at 6:30 every day. Has to be every day. So if you can't wake up at 6:30 on the weekends, don't do that. Say I wake up at 7. And then wake up at 7 every day. This doesn't have to be forever right now. You should have standards for the rest of your life, but you go through seasons. So long story short, create 5 standards that you can stick to. Maybe your wake up time is I wake up at 8 o'clock. That's actually mine. I wake up at 7:30 or so. So so I could make that consistent. So 7:30 works for me, but for you, maybe it's 5. I did 5:30 before too, or you want to do 6:30, or you want to do 8. But pick a wake up time and stick to it. Number 2 is I encourage you to do like a meditation time. So for example, mine is I meditate twice a day for 20 minutes. It's one of my standards. Every day, no matter how I feel, meditate for 20 minutes. Number 3 is Bible time, reading the Bible, staying in the Word. I have a commitment now, so one of my standards is 30 minutes of the Word every day before anything. Putting God first before anything. Job, girls, love, work, anything. Put God first. And then the last one is 45 minutes of activity. So whatever it is for you, create 5 standards that you can stick by. Pause this video and write that down. Whatever it is, write that down. Now, here's the thing, guys, is you stick to those 5 standards on a daily basis. What starts to happen? You start to trust yourself a little bit. Let's say one day, all right, Spencer, I'm gonna keep my standards for one day. You wake up tomorrow, you're tired, but you woke up, you did your meditation, you hit your workout. And at the end of the day, you look back and you're like, all right, I start to feel a little proud of myself, man. All right. You start to get a little swag. This is how you create swag, is integrity. I'm like, all right, I did one day, cool. 2 days, all right, build momentum. 3 days, things start to change. After a week, not only does your body change, your energy changes. Someone's like, hey, or you're having a bad day, but you remember that you keep your word and you're on a 7-day streak, then you start to trust yourself a little bit more. And what happens is life starts to trust you because you are life. That's when God starts giving you blessings. That's when God starts allowing you to get to that next level. So what happens when you're in integrity? As a man, this is so important, guys. The mind quiets and your heart opens like a flower. Now, as men, a lot of times we close down our hearts and we're not embodied. That's not masculinity. Now, crazy, like femininity can be chaotic. Femininity is beautiful, but it can be chaotic. Masculinity on an energetic sense, guys, is order. Femininity is chaos. Now, when you are in full heart-centered mode, that could be very beautiful, but also very chaotic. When you're in very orderly mode, there's no heart center. But a real masculine, you have that container of your energy. Your heart is within it. That's the fully embodied 3-dimensional man. I call that the 3-dimensional man. You have more dimensions to you. It's not just like one thing, or a jock, or you're a sage. You're everything. Great book to read is King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. Talking about all the archetypes of men. If you embody all those, you'll be really powerful. But what happens, long story short, guys, is the mind quiets and you're able to live from your heart. And your truth, gentlemen, your truth, your essence, how men can respect you and feel you, how women can feel safe around you and feel you, how the world can feel you, is from here. Is from that embodiment. And that can only happen when you trust yourself. And the mind, what happens is the mind submits to your heart. Your mind doesn't go away, but it submits to your heart, and that's when your life changes. And I'm giving you the whole breakdown. There's no other video you need. Stick to your 5 standards and keep your word. You got to take action. You can't just keep consuming information every day. You got to work, and I believe in you. Hit subscribe, and then comment below what your standards are. Let's keep each other accountable. We can even create a community for free, whatever it is. I'm here to support you guys. I want to make sure that you're good. Now, number 3, let's talk about the end point here. When you have a goal and you commit to that goal, you can invoke the energy of your ancestors. Your ancestors, I mean, think about it, guys. The 300 Spartans. Doesn't matter where you're from. Like, your ancestors, they sacrificed themselves for you to have this chance. D-Day. Imagine the men on D-Day in that boat getting ready to storm Normandy. And they knew they were going to die. There were machine guns all around. And then that boat door opened and they ran out. Imagine the terror that these people had, man. And you can't get out of bed. It's time to wake up. And maybe, a lot of times you can find yourself too numb to wake up. And what I encourage you to do is reduce the stuff that's making you numb. But the only way for you to win, man, is take action. If you have any question, just let me know below and I will answer it. But action is what you need. No more information. Okay? No more information. No more stimulation. Just take action. But I say that because you are an energetic being. So when you have a goal and you're a male, your ability to penetrate all obstacles is powerful. And so that energy of your ancestors, of no matter what, you're going to get there. There was a conquistador named Hernan Cortez who landed in Mexico in 1554 or something like that. And his men were super scared. And they said, Hey, Hernan, ¿cómo estás? They were like, yo, we're muy muerto. They're very scared. And my Spanish is poquito. And you know what he did? He said, gentlemen, burn your boats. And they're like, what? Like, yep. And they burned the boats and they were stuck there. So what happened is they had two choices at that point. They can either win, conquer, or die. You need to burn the boats and lose any other option. A lot of you might have options to escape, and that makes it really harder to win. Commit to where you're going to commit to and do it. The last thing I'm going to say is the world needs better men. The world is craving it. Women are craving it. Men are craving it. And it is vital right now that you become the man you need to be, not just for yourself, but also for your legacy, for your children, for your future family or current family. I believe in you, and I'm here wholeheartedly supporting you. I don't know you, but I care about you.